side of the rim. And the second one funnels through. Dogs had a wide open player in Braden Feisler right under the cup. Couldn't spot him though over this unbelievable length of the Spartans. The 6'7" winger. Missed that one. Hignite! Ooh. Sent back the other way by Wilson. Great take all the way, still junior.
You got to think this is the backbreaker right here. A couple tough possessions that Dalton looked like they had a bucket. Instead, it's buckets the other way.
Blocking foul. I think it's going to come before the shot. The winger stepped into the free throw line, so he actually will have a couple from the charity stripe on the way. And Braylon's been excellent so far in the tournament. Seen him in sectional final, I believe, put up 40 points.
He's their three-point specialist as well.
Big block there on the replay as Winger's able to sink the second free throw.
And that block led to 2 more points for Richmond Heights, so another 4-point swing. Haven't seen many of those swings go in Dalton's favor this evening.
Derek Barber to the corner. See Quentin Rogers being real demonstrative over on the sideline. He's said that they want to go right at Winger with Still Jr. Winger's just got 2 fouls as that launch is short there from Winters. And now Steiner in a bit of trouble. Left alone outside, halfway home, and it hops out.
All but down.
Now back the other way. And that one well short from Jones. So the lead remains at 25 for Richmond Heights. Bulldogs having a lot of trouble offensively. Active hands again there. Jones got a little chunk of it. And they're going to say it's going to go off a Winger.
Yeah, things just not going in Dalton's favor in this third quarter. Everything falling the way of the Spartans.
That's going to be 9 turnovers now for the Bulldogs. They've actually done a pretty decent job taking care of the rock. Winger in between a double team, heading to the free throw line. And you can tell, I mean, this is a senior, potentially his last game. He's trying to do everything he can to try to keep that heartbeat alive for their tournament journey. A couple of these occasions, maybe a little bit selfish, having some open shooters around him, but it's tough anytime that you want to characterize a senior for not passing it up when, like I just said, it could be his last game.
Well, especially when he's shooting 41% from the field, averaging 25 points a game. You need somebody to take a game over, especially in a game like this. That's why I said he had to take to the hole. Maybe he had somebody outside for 3, but if he finishes that off, you're like, okay, it's a great take by the senior. I'm fine with that. It's just he needs to do more of this. He needs to take it to the hole and draw a foul instead of trying those reverse, try and avoid the contact. He needs to get into contact and get back to the line, something that Dalton did good in the second half of the second quarter and allowed them to get back in the game.
Winger's actually going to get his first rest of the night. In comes Colin Jones, and he's getting his first taste of action and seeing that, life ain't easy trying to guard Jose Still Jr. one-on-one.
Life ain't easy guarding any of these players from Richmond Heights.
Almost picked up his second foul in a row. Now Still Jr., nice crossover, hopping on 1 foot. And that will be the second foul assessed to Jones, so definitely getting his money's worth in his first about 25 seconds of action.
Well, when you look back at the record books, you'll see he's made it in there with a couple fouls.
They're going to spread it out, go right at him again. Wilson called for the traveling violation. Giveaway number 7 now for Sparty.
So he did his job that time. He didn't reach in, kept in front, forced to travel.
Double team comes at Steiner. Notices it immediately. Stutz now. Got it tipped on the pass out to the corner.
And you saw what he did there. He was trying to bait that defender to come over for the trap to open up the pass. Right as that second defender committed, he threw it away before the trap got to him. And that is easily how you break a press there. Even if you're in that trapping zone, if they're not at you completely, you let them commit, then you throw it to the open man.
Stutz has to pick up his bounce, and they go down on the block here for Lehman. Open shooter. And I swear a breeze has been coming through. We've seen a number of air balls from downtown tonight as that two-handed flush catches the back iron for Wilson. And how about that? McWilliams got the lengthy arms over the top of the defender and dove onto the floor. This deserves a second look on the Simonson Construction replay. Look at how he got this. Whoop.
I think it was a reverse ankle breaker, too. Because I don't see any trip or push there. He just caused the player to fall and then effort.
That's Jones after about a minute and a half of action. And Coach Greenfelder says, Wenger, you've rested enough. Lead us home, buddy. Quick trigger. Steiner again. Coming up well short.
That's been a lot of threes from Dalton.
Not on this side. Not for McWilliams from the corner. All 6 of his points from that variety.
Check another box of what makes Richmond Heights so great. They take misses from one end and turn it into swings. Again, that's a 6-point swing. An air ball on one end, nylon on the other.
So the lead grows to 27 now. As I look down in the fan zone, some Spartans fans feeling like they're going all the way to the chip. But Grayson Lehman trying to at least make it a tougher journey for him. He's heading to the free throw line, 4 points and a chance for one more.
You don't need to make that foul. It's a layup. You cannot afford to give them extra points. I know you're up 27, but that's 1 point that doesn't need to be put on the board for the other team. Let them get the layup, go back, play offense.
Grayson 50% on the campaign from the charity stripe. It's tipped right back to him. And he goes to the rack. Just misfired. Such a challenge trying to go inside against these dudes.
Wow.
Meanwhile, Wilson sprints down the other way. Give him 19 now.
And that was what, 2 seconds for that possession?
That's all they need. Nice crossover, losing some players in traffic there for Stutz, who hit the
They're
deck.
going to call him on the foul.
So Ethan Stutz draws the personal. And a lot of moans and groans coming from Bulldog Nation. Coach Greenfelder getting an explanation. 12 seconds remaining here in the third quarter here in Canton. Haven't seen him shoot much tonight. That's Barber just off target. Stutz lets it fly. Dalton, big hole here. 27-point cushion by the Spartans as we head to money time.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
It is money time here at the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse, and just 8 minutes away from a trip to Dayton. One of these two teams looks like Richmond Heights. The defending champions will get an opportunity to defend their throne as they've got a sizable 27-point cushion heading into the fourth. I'm Brian. Travis is with me. And it's impressive third quarter yet again for Richmond Heights. That's one of their calling cards. They've got many, but that might be one of their biggest trumps that they've got in their whole bag of tricks.
Yeah, it's like the Energizer Bunny got recharged at the half. They came out swinging. And now I understand how they were able to put 38 points in that regional semi. Winner gets the winner of Rusey and Jackson Center, the Kettering regional final. My Northmore Golden Knights nearly made it to that, but I digress. But it's looking like Richmond Heights going to face one of those two really good teams as well. They're physical, both of those sides. That'll be quite the matchup in Dayton next weekend.
Foul's going to go on Ethan Stutz with a little hand in the back, that time on De'Eric Barber, who's got 4 points so far on the night. Does a lot of his damage with the distribution, of course.
Richmond Heights is going to be in the bonus the rest of the way.
0 for 2, though, on that trip. And Wenger comes over and corrals it. Get picked up by Still Jr.
All Division IV regional finals going on right now.
Wenger baseline up and under.
Beautiful.
See why he was an All-Ohioan as a junior and averaging almost 26 per night. He's got a bit of a quiet 16, though, in this one. Wow. Torian Jones.
That should have been a 2. They're going to call it a 3.
That was a lengthy crossover, kept it low. He's only got 5 points in this contest. Their leading scorer on the season. They haven't needed him to do much of that tonight. Here's Wilson sending it ahead. And now they get the 3 from the corner. Saved back in bounds. Still Jr. gets his paws on it. And Winters comes up just short. Wenger again, baseline. Kept it near side this time, and he'll shoot 2.
I think his feet was close at 3. I don't know. Foot might have been on the line for that. Probably not going to make the difference, but another nice take by Dalton. They've had a couple good possessions here to start the fourth quarter. But they're going to need Richmond Heights to go ice cold, colder than it is outside. And a lot of things to go their way if they want to get a chance to win this one.
Yeah, it looked like we were going to get an early spring in Ohio. Snowflakes flying across the Buckeye State here tonight on regional championship night for the fellas. Oh, big block shot and a stare down there from Grayson Lehman.
And he gets possession.
That's just one heck of a play. So the 6'4" junior making his presence felt as he checks out. 3 new bodies into the mix now with Quentin Lehman replacing him on the interior. Looks like we'll have 4 seniors and then the sophomore Hignite.
This may be where we see some curtain calls coming up in a few minutes.
Wenger, strong take, wasn't it?
Beautiful.
adds 2 more to the Sampmeyer scoreboard. And, I mean, that kid, he's got half of the points.
But you can't have defensive lapses on the other end.
They'll kill you in a hurry.
Yeah. Good grief.
That's 3 buckets in about 18 seconds, folks.
I was about to say, Richmond Heights will let you score because they're just going to come back and answer you immediately.
Still Junior swatted at the rim. Wenger with the return to sender. Affected the second one, too.
Got a little block party going on here.
Hop step, Barber lost the handle. Collected here by Wilson. And that's Hignite, actually, who gets fouled.
You can see these 4 seniors out here for Dalton thinking this may be their last couple of minutes. They're going to play as hard as they can, and they are showing absolute effort out there. Great couple of minutes here by these Bulldogs. So we have 5 minutes left.
They've been able to get it back down to 25 points. And there's another senior, Jack Steiner, who's been pretty quiet tonight. He's got 6 points in the latest deuce. Dogs starting to double all over the floor, and they force a bad pass. And you see Barber thought he was going to get a backdoor cut, never came.
Okay, Dalton.
Showcasing the never say die attitude are the Bulldogs.
And you know what? No matter what happens in this last 4.5 minutes, that's deflected again.
Yeah, back-to-back SWAT jobs there by
foul.
Wilson. Patrolling the lane like a state trooper.
But no matter what happens in this last 4:29, these Dalton Bulldogs, hey, we played a regional championship against the best team in the state, and in 10 years' time, probably a couple D1 athletes, you never know, maybe somebody making the lead. These are stories that you're going to be able to tell your kids that, hey, I had a nice spin move bucket against so-and-so that he's now playing for, you know, the Cleveland Cavaliers or something like that. Memories. It's those memories. But how many points did you lose by, Dad? Well,
we don't
You can make that up. Yeah, I don't know. I had 15. I don't care.
Well, this kid's got 20 right now at the charity stripe. And Jeremy Wilson so far at the regional stage. I mean, this dude's almost got 50 combined points in 2 nights.
So you're saying he's good. He's pretty good.
Definitely having a huge effect out there.
Oh.
Sick pass. Oh, but a better block. Pop the pinata. Candy flying everywhere as Winters is coming.
Man, I was awaiting something like that. You haven't broken out the catchphrases that much tonight. Finally, just waiting for the pinata.
Meanwhile, 3 short for Wenger. Back to him. Going to try a second one. This one's strong.
I want to know how many combined blocks there have been tonight.
I was tracking them, and now I have lost count.
I mean, there's been so many.
The Spartans had 5 in the first half. They've probably got at least 5 here in the second.
But then Dalton returning it as well. He had the pin against the backboard at the end of the half, a couple more in the first half. We had 3 or 4 here in the last couple of minutes. Again, Dalton probably going to fall in this one, but they showed they had no fear going up against the top in the state.
Someone's got to be open. It's Feisler. Oh, but here comes showtime the other way.
Wow.
Jose Still Jr. with the airtime.
Got those Cleveland fans chanting the Jose chant to him. One-handed flush.
I would have liked to see maybe a gather right there by Braylon Wenger to try to return the favor with a throwdown of his own.
Dalton's been throwing out some nice, pretty assists here in the last few minutes.
Look at that. Basically a triple team with the weak side defense coming over on Jones. No worries. Wenger threads it inside. Hignite switch to the left hand and another swat. Wilson thought he went straight up. Draws the whistle. Foul number 6 now on Sparty, who's just 2:26 away from punching their ticket to the state Final Four.
And what a great arena that they'll be playing that in. UD Arena, I had the opportunity of covering the girls' state championships last year, and that is just a perfect venue for the OHSAA to host the state championships. It's the perfect setting. You know, you get that lower bowl, they darken out the upper deck, so it seems like it's just the place is packed.
Braylon sinks both. He's the top scorer so far in the contest with 25, and that's right at his season average. Meanwhile, Bart gets it to Wilson, another kick out, and that one cashes out from the corner. 3 more points for Winters Jr. And a timeout taken by Richmond Heights. Looks like they're gonna empty out the bench as their starting 5 has done more than enough here tonight. We've seen 21 from Wilson, 17 tonight for Winters, 17 for Jose Still Jr., 7 points for Dorian Jones, and then De'Eric Barber, he's got 6, but he's got to probably have at least that many dimes too.
Yeah, he's at his average, and then everybody else pretty much scoring in double figures like they need to. So, yeah, this is I guess a normal offensive night for state number 1.
Yeah, a little below their standards, actually.
Yeah.
They put up 83 per contest.
Well, there's still 2:12 left, Brian.
They've got some time.
They got some time.
And the Bulldogs, too, looking to make some fourth quarter memories here. Wenger, step back. Long rebound comes out, for Lehman. Now off the screen, a couple of cutters. Bad pass off target. It's going to be picked off, taking it the other way. But the Dogs get it. And swiftly to the other end, 2 points. Bryce Johnson, 5'9" senior, gets a big ovation from Bulldog Nation.
There's a memory for you right there. And I see 4 coming off the bench for Dalton, so next stoppage we'll get a curtain call for those 4 seniors.
Richmond Heights, though, I mean, they are not letting off the gas pedal, still letting it fly from downtown for Tyson Garner.
They want to get to that average. 6 away.
Wenger with a healthy crossover. Now they'll get it back to him. Braylon with the head fake. Can't lose the defender as it's hard off the square. And Sonny Emery able to bring that one in. Sonny is the lone 12th grader on the roster for Richmond Heights, folks. So the Spartans, they're going to be back next season with basically a fully loaded clip.
I want to know, though, if competitive balance will move them up to 3. So, you know, those numbers change. It would be interesting to see how they would do. Like I said, they could probably play against D1 competition and win 20 plus.
A lot of fans up on their feet here for the Bulldogs as their seniors are checking out. You see some hugs being dished to the All-Ohioan Braylon Wenger. Jack Steiner also played some gutsy minutes tonight. Braden Feisler too. And then Bryce Johnson, Stutz, and Quentin Lehman also competing in their final competition of their senior season tonight.
Their senior season, they finished as one of the top 8 teams in the state. I mean, that's something you can hang your hat on. Yeah, they faced a powerhouse, but still, they made it to the Elite 8. Not many players in the state of Ohio in their careers can say they have gotten a regional runner-up medal and a trophy for your school. They've represented the city of Dalton pretty darn well.
Pickpocket there for Chevy Dozier.
Oh!
And a big dunk there. That's Emery. So the senior making memories here at Canton.
What was their average?
Just shy. Need 2 more. fall-away jumper. That's a pretty one, too, for Brandon Steiner.
Let's see, will they slow it down and pull it out, or are they going to try and get it? I think they're going to just hold this to a regional championship. State number 1 is heading back to Dayton.
The defending champions will defend their throne as they knock off Dalton 81-48. Huge second half for Richmond Heights. Heading back to Dayton, where it has been commonplace for them here over the last several seasons. And for the Bulldogs, they wrap up their season with one of the best in program history. We're going to take a quick commercial timeout. We will be back with the medal presentation, the delivery of the trophies, as well as our Arrow Accounting MVP. That's all on the other side. Keep it here.
Great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
It's just not right. Nah, I need to try something new.
For a triangle?
I gotta do me, Missy.
No. It's ding, 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 ding. Not ding, 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 ding.
Jack Harlow did it again.
Ting, ting, ting.
Yes, that's it.
America has a case of triangle fever.
Everybody, we are sold out of triangles, but we still have cowbells.
The triangle has replaced the British pound.
Triangle by Harlow.
And Triangle Player of the Year goes to Elton John!
Tonight's high school basketball live stream brought to you live and free thanks to these awesome sponsors, including Sant Meyer Company. At Sant Meyer Companies, you get dedicated experts and anytime customer service to fuel your business.
Arrow Accounting, moving your community forward with Arrow Accounting Company. Contact Kara Barnes for services at the link in the description. Weaver Commercial Contractor. Weaver Commercial Contractor is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Contact Weaver Commercial Contractor for all of your commercial contracting needs, proudly doing business throughout Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. And Simonson Construction, LLC, From concept to completion, we can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. Thank you all for allowing us to stream these games to you, the fans, live and free all basketball season long.
And there are the senior members of the Bulldogs collecting their new hardware for the trophy case, so they're upset right now. Obviously, they didn't want the season to end for them, Travis, but you got to be proud if you're a member of Bulldog Nation for what Dalton was able to achieve this season, getting on this stage for the first time since you and I were in grade school, and really, I thought competed pretty well with a team that's beaten everybody by this amount. Let's be honest. I mean, the 36-point per game margin, this is just what they do.
Absolutely. I mean, we said this time in and time out during this game that these 5 players will be playing college basketball somewhere, be it NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I, which is a great accomplishment in itself. But all 5 of these starters will be probably playing at the next level, and to just go up against them, like I said, it's going to be a great story once a couple years down the line you'll be like, hey, I remember that guy. I played against him in a regional championship. They were the best team in the state of Ohio, but hey, I had a block against him, or I had a score. They're finishing in the top 8 of the state in Division IV. There's 250 schools in Division IV alone, 150, 250, something like that, and to be playing on the second to last weekend to get a medal saying regional runners-up, that is quite the accomplishment for these Bulldogs at Dalton.
And they may have college athlete themselves, at least in basketball. I know Braylon Wenger, he's got a couple of looks from a few schools around the state, so it potentially could not be his last basketball game. And certainly, as you mentioned, for several of these Spartans, probably the entire starting 5, could be some college futures for them, as you've seen Barber, Winters, and now McWilliams getting their medals. And here comes Jeremy Wilson, who is going to be our Arrow Accounting Player of the Game. That kid was dynamite at both ends of the floor, and he's just so silky smooth, got a great-looking jumper, and gets to the rack with relative ease.
Yeah, 11.3 points, 9.5 rebounds. He had 26 in the semifinal. He had led the way this game too. Big game baller right there. Getting your best efforts in the biggest of games, and he's going to have probably two more chances to do it on even a bigger stage at UD Arena. Best thing about OHSAA basketball, after every championship, sectional, district, regional, state, you get to cut down nets. I think that's awesome. Those accomplishments of being able to do that after, each round is cool.
And I love the awesome handshakes that you see going down right now with Richmond Heights, as their lone senior now being recognized, Sonny Emery, 6'3" forward, was able to throw down that nice thunderous dunk at the end of the game. So I thought that was a pretty cool memory for him.
And they will be playing Russia. Russia knocked off Jackson Center 27-25, a defensive battle there. So Richmond Heights, 81 points going up against a Russia team that allows about 30. It's going to be quite the matchup at UD Arena next weekend.
Now the Spartans coaching staff, each getting their little piece of history there. Championship medals and the big trophy being awarded. So for Richmond Heights, starting to make quite a collection of those, Travis. They got to the Final Four 2 seasons ago. Of course, they're the defending champs. They took it all the way last year when they blitzed their way to the championship, and it looks like a little bit of deja vu so far through the sectional district and now regional rounds for them.
What is the state record for consecutive victories? They're at 47. I don't see them losing a game next year unless they play a couple D1 schools. And then through the tournament, this could get about 70 by the end of next year. I want to know what the state record is for consecutive wins.
Well, I remember that I covered the Norwalk Truckers in the early 2010s, and if memory serves, they had won 58 in a row.
And I know Willard back in the day had something like that as well, but I don't think it was that high. But you're watching a team right now, like we said, they're sophomores and juniors, one senior, and that senior threw one down. But this year, next year, and even with the 4 sophomores, the year after that, 3 of the 4 sophomores averaging
crazy
9, 14, 20. Dynasty.
As far as high school basketball goes, because obviously, you only get to keep the same group of players for one season. This group, they're so young, you're going to have the nucleus for at least the next couple. That's really scary to think about.
Yeah.
And I bet the rest of Division 4 is like, please, competitive balance, help us out.
Move them up to 3. Although a D3 matchup between them and like an Afrocentric, somebody like those Columbus schools, that would be quite the matchup in a state Final Four as well. But we'll just have to find out, when competitive balance, the numbers move around, we'll see. But right now, we're witnessing greatness.
And the Spartans are lining up for a group picture before they'll eventually cut down the nets.
Sorry about that quick movement of the camera.
Getting the cheerleaders involved. They brought great spirit and energy, of course, too. Not a huge fan section tonight for Richmond Heights, but definitely
were loud.
The cheerleaders, they were doing their thing.
Hey, they get a chance to go to Dayton, too.
That's the beauty of especially small schools, even though Richmond Heights, of course, from the city, is that the whole community gets to be a part of it. Not just the basketball team, not just the cheerleaders, but the fan base, the parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, some maybe former teams that you've knocked out of the tournament that want to go see if you can take it all the way. That's what's so great about tournament time, is that as the ball continues to roll, if you're one of these great teams that continues to make a run into the state Final Four, you're going to get some people that want to jump on your bandwagon and be a part of it with you.
Absolutely. And you got to shout out the like I said, the cheerleaders, the pep bands. I mean, not only does the basketball players go, but the cheerleaders, the band, they get to make memories as well. They get to say, hey, I got to play, I get to play at the state Final Four. I get to cheer at the state Final Four. The schools, hey, we got to go down there, the state. I had a chance of watching my team play for a state championship before, and that, those memories will stick with you. Your friends that, are out there giving it their all. So a lot of memories, not only for this team, but for a whole community, a whole school.
So while Richmond Heights cuts down the nets, we'll go ahead. You want to keep the action here? You want to keep them entertained, Trav? And I'll run down on the floor and I'll get ready for our MVP interview. We'll catch up here with number 5, Jeremy Wilson.
So Richmond Heights, for the third consecutive year, cutting down the nets. Last year, one of our local teams, Margaretta, they knocked them off in a regional semifinal on their way to a state championship. And back here now, knocking off Dalton, 81-48 behind another balanced attack. And we talked about this all game long. They have 4 guys that average double figures, a 5th just underneath it, but any given night, any given player can give you the tops. And Mr. Wilson, well, back-to-back amazing games. We do want to thank everybody watching live and free, our final live and free basketball contest of the season, other than our all-star games. But I want to thank everybody for watching. Kyle Kurtz, Randy Hoskins out there, John Balt, our YouTube fans as well, whoever is DP9784. Well, hello, DP9784, rooting for the Spartans. They're going all the way. Well, 2 more away. Jalen Wenger, hello to you. Carter Kramer, go Dogs. Bobby Friend, go. Hello to all those bots that are out there telling you to pay for a stream that you're already watching. So hello to you guys. No, they will not pay for your streams that they're watching live and free right now on the OH Report. Julie as well, thank you for watching. Daniel Stotts, as always, watching the OH Report. He's rooting for Dalton. But thank you all for watching this and every game live and free. We're going to take a break. When we come back, our MVP segment, Brian's going to have our MVP down on the floor.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
We are back now with our Aero Accounting MVP. I've got Jeremy Wilson hanging out with me and some new hardware hanging around your neck. And this is your first one that you've got to be a part of. So to get to the stage and be this victorious here at the regional level, just tell me about the level of satisfaction that you're feeling right now.
We're not satisfied until we get a championship. We put in hard work each year around, and my teammates, they came up with the victory. So credit to them for real.
You here on the regional level, almost 50 combined points in the 2 games. Talk to me about just your offensive game and your mindset when you were heading out here into the big tournament.
I was just wanting to provide for my teammates and make sure that we get a win. So they were counting on me, and I was counting on them, and we depended on each other to get the win.
You guys look like the entire group. You play with a lot of joy. I mean, there's obviously some excellent athletes out there. How much fun is it to be a part of the starting 5?
Yeah, I mean, we all family, so, you know, we like to hang out and stuff. And the bond is unbreakable, so I love playing with these guys. These guys are special to me.
Obviously, the defending champions in the entire state for Division 4. They get some transfers in like you, so the expectations were way up here. But there's one thing to have expectations. Executing's a whole nother thing. How do you feel like this team's been able to gel and be this dominant from start to finish so far?
Coach Q, he really put us together, and we really was working hard in the gym. And we, you know, the days we ain't feel like going, we went and we just put in hard work, and I think that's what built the bond.
Well, obviously, you've put the entire state on notice. They thought that you guys would be back in the state Final Four, so congratulations for getting there. If you want to look in that camera real quick and give a shout-out to anybody, throw some love to someone who maybe helped you get into this position, now's your time.
Shout out to my assistant coach, Mark Williams. He really pushed me to be great. Shout out to my mom and dad, and shout out to Brandon Burrow. without him, I wouldn't be here right now. So.
All right, congratulations. Thanks for the time, man. Jeremy Wilson, your Aero Accounting MVP. We're going to take a break now. We'll be right back. We'll wrap things up from the Canton Fieldhouse.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
We return with more of your Weaver Commercial Contractor post-game show here at the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse as the Spartans moving on 81-48 over the Bulldogs here tonight. Richmond Heights looking to defend their throne down in Dayton. I'm Brian Skowronski. Travis Berardi is joining me here, and go ahead and just kind of, put a bow on this thing, what we saw here at regionals these last few days here in Canton. I mean, it truly is a team in Richmond Heights that the team was obviously on the map. Everyone was well aware that this was a very talented team, but I think maybe set a message around the state that they're a truly dominant squad from top to bottom.
They took Dalton's best test. Here. It looked like they might have been able to run away with this early on in the first half, but Dalton punched right back. You saw the big block at the half. You're thinking maybe they got a little bit of momentum, but what Richmond Heights likes to do is they like to get it right back at you to start the third quarter. Energized team. They had that break at halftime. They came right back out, and then they put it away at the beginning of the third quarter, something they did in both regional games. Again, credit to Dalton. They gave 150%. They gave full effort, but this Richmond Heights team, it's one of those one-in-a-million types of squads, especially since they're sophomores and juniors as well, that just,
right.
They're just above the rest in the state of Ohio right now. And like I said, that state record for consecutive wins might be in trouble.
Yeah, I think you're right. And talking to guys like Jeremy Wilson, who this is his first time getting to go to state, transferring in from Solon. So what a cool opportunity for him and meshing with his new teammates and all the talent around here. I mean, it's just undeniable. So as they are going to be marching on to the state Final Four, 27-0, perfect on the season. And Braylon Wenger wrapping up his career, a dynamic one for Dalton, one of the best players they have had in quite some time. Could be a two-time All-Ohioan when those all come out here. 27 big points for him here in the regional final. He was great, of course, against Colonel Crawford, and throughout this tournament journey, I mean, he's really been leading the charge.
And to say he was the leading scorer in a game against the top team in the state and the regional championship, that's something that he will remember as well, because that is quite the effort by Mr. Wenger there against a team a long team. They like to get the blocks in there, but he was still able to maneuver himself through that lane and get a lot of big buckets, especially early on. It made you think, oh, maybe they're going to stick around here. But like I said, Richmond Heights is just too good, man.
So one last congratulations to the Dalton Bulldogs and their class of seniors. Jack Steiner playing his last game here tonight alongside Wenger. And then Braden Feisler, Bryce Johnson, Ethan Stutz, and Quentin Lehman. Great careers for them. 3-time WCAL champions. That's pretty rare to be able to win that conference that's that good. a trio of years in a row.
And that's why they were able to get here, because that's a tough conference. They were battle-tested. They got through Colonel Crawford, who is a really good squad out of our Willard district as well. And, yeah, one of the final 8. That's pretty good.
But marching on to the Final Four, Richmond Heights and their awesome collection of underclassmen, the starting 5. They are just too good to handle. And you look at the season averages there, I mean, they have really just been tearing apart the competition during their tournament trail, and no exception here tonight as they win it big yet again. It's just what they do.
I think I've said enough about this team, how great they are, but, you know, just 1 point under their offensive average, 2 points over the defensive average against a team in the Elite 8 they're good. They're really, really, really good, Brian.
All right, so that'll wrap up our coverage here tonight from the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse. One last time, your final score, 81-48, Richmond Heights marching on to the Final Four. Got to thank all of our generous sponsors. We could not be live and free tonight without Sandmeyer Companies, Inc. Thank you for jumping on board. Kara Barnes of Arrow Accounting, Weaver Commercial Contractors, Simonson Construction, LLC. Sponsor not 1 but 2 spots for us here tonight. And also Frito Lay. Our awesome crew here, we have those fantastic shots on the floor, courtesy of one Jory Hollenbeck, Travis Berardi doing double duty tonight. He was doing color commentary and running our top cam. Adam Thompson, he makes sure that our audio is crisp, that our graphics look awesome, and that the video is always coming at you looking the best it can. I'm Brian Skowronski saying goodbye for what's probably our final live stream of the high school basketball tournament.
Let's go baseball and softball, baby!
So long, guys.
Here, let's get a picture. Turn around.